you and I, we've talked a lot. We've talked about sales. We've talked about uh, personal growth. We've talked about a ton of different things. And I think it's important for you to understand something because we talk about, in sales being unreasonable, right? Like not hearing the objection fully. Like you know what they said, but you push through and you blast through. I want to think about it. Yep, let's do this, right? Those types of overcoming. Hey, I think you're pressuring me. Absolutely, let's go. That kind of thing. But what about when you're having a bad day, right? Everybody talks about this positive attitude, and I think it's like this thing that people are grasping for and they're not really finding. So how do you keep a positive attitude on a day that everything goes wrong, right? How do you keep a positive attitude when negative things are happening? How do you keep a positive attitude when you lose big time financially? How do you keep a positive attitude when something that you believe wholeheartedly was the best you can do in a particular situation and it's not good enough? How do you keep a positive attitude in all of those situations and more? Well, I think it's the same unreasonableness. It's the same attitude of, I'm not hearing that a salesperson has in the close. When we talk about being an action closer and this movement of becoming an action closer, everybody's realizing that you gotta mentally push through the objection, right? Well, it's the same thing, okay? You've had a bad day. Big deal. Everybody's had a bad day, right? But you can't hear it. You gotta not hear it. I don't care. You just lost 20 grand, whatever. You can't hear it. Oh man, the bills are gonna pile up. You can't hear it, man. You can't hear it because it's not gonna fix it to sit around and hear it. Let it in, right? You don't take negative for an answer. Just like you don't take no for an answer at face value. You don't take negative for an answer, right? Something terrible happened, right? And terrible things happen. And I'm not telling you that they don't. I'm not trying to pretend that life is all perfect. But the reason you can have a best day of your life all the time is because you don't want to hear that. You're not going to listen to that. You're not going to, you say, no negativity here, okay? To yourself. You don't hear the negativity. If you hear the negativity, if you let it in, it's going to drag you down, man. It's going to pound you down like a nail. Boom, boom, boom. You gotta not hear that, okay? So how do you do that? Well, it's being unreasonable. I am going to be positive no matter what. I'm going to sell the deal no matter what. This is the biggest deal of your life. Stay positive. This is the biggest deal of your life, is staying positive and keeping your mindset right. That's the most important thing you can do, because all of the little things that happen, even though they seem huge, they're not that big. In the scheme of things, they're not that big. That 20 grand gone is not the end of the world. You'll figure that part out. You can sit down with a positive mindset, with a forward thinking mindset, with a fall forward mindset. You can figure out how to balance the sheet without the 20 grand, right? Or you can figure out how to balance the sheet without that person that you thought was going to be a big star in your company. Or you can balance the sheet having to make a new direction after a failing moment. Whatever it is, that bad day, okay? You've got to just not hear it. You got to just push past it and understand it's going on. That's important. You have to know what's going on. But you have to push past it. You've got to not hear it, not allow it in, right? Just like in a sales situation, the customer says, I got to check my finances. Hey, I completely understand. I agree with you. Let's do it anyway, right? I'm not hearing you with your negativity, and I'm not hearing me with my negativity. I'm not hearing it. I don't want to hear it. I'm not going to let it in. I'm not going to allow it to slow me down. A loss is a loss. A fall is a fall. A fail is a fail. It doesn't matter, though, because you can't allow that to dictate. What happened should never dictate what happens. right? Remember this. Next time you're having a bad day, next time you're having a bad moment or a hard time, or you lost something, or you didn't gain what you planned on gaining, which I guess is a loss too, but whatever. Next time you're having one of those character building moments, right? Remember this. What happened is not going to change what happens. What you do in the moment, the action you take, the action you decide to take is what's going to change what's going to happen. Your actions change what's going to happen. They'll never change what already happened. If you can teach me how to change what already happened, man, I will pay you anything you ask for. I'll go get it right now so I can give it to you, because I've never met anyone short of God who can change things that have already happened. And so I just want you to think about that. You can't change what already happened. Your actions change what's gonna happen. And your attitude dictates your ability to act in a proper and sensible way. Okay? Your attitude dictates those things. So today, go out and make it the best day of your life. Help me out, hit some buttons, click some shares, whatever. Help me grow so I can help you grow. And again, today is the best day of your life.